This is my most recent addition to the series I've been working on about intimacy. And it's about how my life experiences kind of shaped the way I view intimacy. Normally, like when we think of like the word intimate or intimacy, we might think of a romantic or a sexual relationship. And that's the way I thought of intimacy until I became a mother and my whole perception of it changed. Um, I found that like real, like true, like genuine closeness, like actually can feel more like a toddler screaming at you. Um, uh, the boy in this painting is my son Benjamin. I had put these overalls on him, and I thought he looked super cute, and I wanted to take a picture of him. And I'm holding my phone in front of him to take a picture, and he wants my phone, and so he starts screaming. And to grab my phone. And then as quickly as he started screaming, like, of course it stopped. And it was just so intense and so short lived. And it just kind of felt like how I loved him in that moment, even though he was screaming in my face, like felt like intimacy, felt like love. Um, and that's really what I wanted to capture here. I painted this pretty quickly, and you can see that by there's areas where there's like hardly any paint on the surface at all. You can see the canvas through it, and there's also places where it's like super thick and like not mixed, and the paint is just like build up on the page on the canvas. Um, I also have these areas where I have embroidered thread around his mouth, where like the sound of his scream was just emanating from his mouth in a bright orange color. And it's hard to see here, but there's also some pink thread that's like kind of drooping out of those sounds that like are kind of like the dichotomy of his anger and his like intense scream, but also the sadness behind it. And like and it's kind of like a lower, like softer color. And I have these patches of velvet that can be seen in the background that are just kind of, you know, the love I felt for him and the closeness I felt for him kind of swirling around the whole moment as a whole. Um, and that's just like what I want to represent with my work moving forward and in my other work about intimacy is just, you know, trying to capture a moment and not just the physical like appearance of the moment, but also the emotion and the the sounds and the other things that you're experiencing in the moment. Yeah. Thank you. And that is my talk.